Hey, shout out to Fresh Committee. Fuck with you guys. I love what you're about, and thank you for fucking with me too. Well, somebody actually inspired me to take this name on. I'll keep it short because it's a very interesting story, but an anonymous person sent me a message saying that that they had a dream that I was a princess in Egypt, and I have Egyptian roots, and so in his dream I was drenched in gold commanding an army in Cairo, Egypt, and I was like, Cairo Gold, that's who I am. First album I ever owned was first CD I ever bought as a kiddo was the No Doubt CD for Tragic Kingdom. And from there I had many more, but that was actually my first. I would say this, it's urban pop in short. If I was to elaborate on it, I come from a blues background, like a classical blues background, so I always bring that in my music. So it's urban pop with a soulful blues element. Honesty, just admitting a little bit of that addictive nature to what feels good. I think, we all want to be too good to be addicted to something, right? And have it have power over us. We don't like that, but I think that we all have that in some capacity, and I love admitting truths in my songs, so it just came from admitting the truth. That's a good question, and I could name a few things, but I'll name one. When I decided that I needed to write music, my own music, I lived in Venice Beach, and I walked down the street and there was a rickety old guitar shop there, and there was an old, very upset, angry man, and he just kind of would drive all the business away, but I would go there every day and play the guitars, and one day he just said, you know what, I'll give you a really good deal, $200 you get this guitar, and I walked out. He actually made a lot of money on me. The guitar was worth $20, but I took this guitar home and I stayed alone with it, and this guitar, this shitty guitar, became my beginnings into writing music. And had I not picked up this shitty guitar and took the time to learn on my own how to have a relationship to music and find the sounds, and not just read some kind of tutorial, but really just sit with an instrument, I would have not been the musician I am today, because I really believe as an artist, you really need to know your craft. You need to know what you're doing. You don't just take the songs people wrote for you and then be like, I'm doing it. You need to know your craft, and having a guitar and spending time alone figuring it out really shaped me as an artist. Water, always, water, water, water. Comfortable shoes, and my vocal engineer that I always work with, whether he's gonna take over the session or not, I trust him for my feedback. It's Eric, actually, my manager also does my vocal engineering, and I take him to every session I go because he's the only person I trust to give me the feedback that I know is harsh or nice or whatever. He's gonna give it to me straight. So those are my must-haves. Oof, they're all personal. That's the problem. They're all personal. What did I listen to on the way over here? Rosalia. I'm listening to Rosalia right now, and for whoever doesn't know who she is, she's so interesting, she's so fascinating. She does a very cool Spanish, I don't understand a word she's even saying in it, but her vocal melodies and her just kind of energy gives me life. So I fuck with Rosalia hard right now. I'm listening to her a lot. I love that music. I love her music. Oh, yes. Yes, I have so much advice, but if I had to pick one thing to say, I would say this: be aware of the culture, be aware of the trends, be aware of what's happening, but don't let it shape who you are as an artist. Know what's happening. Be on the up and up, because you have to be. But don't ever let that decide who you're gonna be. Well, singles still coming out, surprise features on the next single, shows, a tour, and just more fire-ass music. I think it's fire.